Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Uh, my voice is not doing good, but we will try to do what the Lord can help us to do. Before we start talking about why Muslims are spitting at Muhammad words, or let us say they are spitting Muhammad words from their mouth, which means they deny it. Before we go there, we have some comments from smart Muslims. Me myself, I never met a Muslim he is not smart, starting from Taliban. So they killed 120 Muslims in order to kill 13 American soldiers. Genius, very genius. And now the one who did that by suicide bombing because he's a coward, like he's a prophet, he's receiving diversions. A Muslim, she said, she's using Christian name, Carla Joy. She said, Jesus is not God. Even the Bible in Matthew 15:9, the God in the Bible is Satan. Okay, I don't know. It's Carla, she knew best. I mean, this is Carla. You know Carla. Okay, we go to the Bible where she is saying what she is saying, and we don't find what she is saying. What those people? What's wrong with those people? Actually, the verses in front of us saying that Jesus is God. Why? Because Jesus, he quoted a prophet. If you read verse number 7, you will see, you idiot, that Jesus was quoting someone, and the name is there, and his prophecy is that those people, they are going to worship God with their mouth, but in fact, they are not true believers. So Jesus is speaking about those false people like you who keep saying Allah, 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 but in fact, for sure, Allah is the wrong God. At the same time, all of you are a bunch of hypocrites. You don't care for God. All what you care is the heaven, which is sex. Islam is a very sexual religion, and the whole purpose of it is sex. If I believe in Islam, what I will get? At least 72 women. Okay, what they will do to me? I'm not going to say. I'm very shy, I was shy since I was a kid. I have a cousin, he's shy like me. He could not have kids because he's shy, Because how you can have kids and you are shy, you know the story, the thing. So the people, here she is quoting for us verse number 9 saying, Jesus is not God. I can prove it to you from the Bible. You idiot. The fact is the opposite, because when I quote to you, and I am talking about in the same time about me, those who don't believe in me, I'm talking about worshiping me. So those people, they worship me, but under a different name. But they are a hypocrite. They worship me by words, but in reality they are false. The same as you Muslims. Muhammad, he says, the one who play music, he will go to hell. All of you play music. The one who draw pictures or make pictures, he will go to hell. All of you have pictures in your phones and you have camera, and the best option of your phone, actually you buy the phone for the camera, not for the phone. So all of you are a bunch of hypocrites, and none of you will go to heaven. Why you are carrying a phone, have a camera, when the Quran, when Muhammad, he forbid you? There's a special chapter in the Quran speaking about singing. Singing is haram. Even Taliban, they sing. Al-Qaeda, they have songs. And then they say to you, oh, singing is about singing Allah is halal. Where it says that? They will see you, the Prophet, he was a bunch of slave girls dancing for him, because he's a hypocrite like you. He said the music is haram, but he himself, he have a bunch of girls, slave girls from Ethiopia dancing for him. So when the Muslim, they quote for us something, we laugh at their quotation, trying to make it look as if it is what they claim. So she said, Jesus is not God, even in the Bible, Matthew 15:9, and as you see, the verse is the opposite. If you read it carefully, you will see, Jesus saying to them, you have to worship me from your heart. And the Muslim, they say to you, where Jesus says, I am God, worship me. The same chapter is where Jesus saying, I am God, worship me. And you have to obey my command. Then here it says, Luke 6:27 says, love your enemy. And then she says in 1 Peter 5:8, Satan is your enemy. This is because you are a stupid idiot. And by the way, there's a Muslim, he says, I will go to his comment later, just wait. I don't want to mix things. He spoke about, I insult. So Jesus says, love your enemy, and Satan is your enemy. You see, Satan is the father of all lies. So if Muhammad is the father of all lies, that will make him Satan. So we cannot love Muhammad. So you get it wrong. Like if you ask me now, do you love Taliban? I don't. The Bible forbid us from loving pure evil people. So if you are a pure evil person, we don't. And loving Christianity does not mean giving hugs. I love to save Taliban, but I don't love them. They are evil, pure evil. They put a woman in the floor and they rape her in the front of her family. They cut hands for a thief when they are, all of them, they are a bunch of thieves. Go and see their videos, robbing houses, going to houses, and because this is the booty, supposedly, right? Killing Muslims and claiming that because of America, we kill the Muslims. So Islam is a pure evil, and whoever follow pure Islam is a pure evil too. So love your enemy mean that you guide your enemy to the truth and show them the truth and show them love. But doesn't mean in war we are going to love Taliban. In war we are going to make them shish kebab. And this is what we did for 21 years. And now when we are leaving, the Muslim, they claim victory, even though we announced we are leaving for more than 5 years ago. And not only that, we left only 2,500 soldiers in the whole of Afghanistan, controlling it for the last 2 years. Taliban did not even dare to move their tail. Until we got an idiot, his name is Joe, you know the thing. And he told them, come, they made an agreement. This is how the Muslims are. You beat them in war, they claim victory. You beat them in debate, they call the police for you. I heard that there's a Christian from Indonesia. He was debating a Muslim and he made him shish kebab. What happened? 15 minutes after, the police came to his house to arrest him. That is Islam. Islam is a religion of cowards, not the religion of a brave. And suicide bombing is a sign of cowardness, not a sign of a brave. If you are a brave, go and fight your enemy. At least if you want to do suicide bombing, do it between the soldiers, not between civilians, you coward, son of Mut'ah. So he killed more than 100 Muslims, and more than 200, they lost their arms and their legs. How they can justify that? This is a very filthy, pure, evil cult. It's called Islam. We go to the second comment. Yeah, second comment. The same person saying the same thing. Okay. All right. I said lately, when somebody says like a Hindu convert to Christianity because of a Christian prince, no, sorry, a Hindu, he says, I'm converting Hindus to Christianity. I said, I don't know anyone really spoke to me, and he is a Hindu, and he became a Christian. I don't remember anyone. But obviously there's people who they are coming to Christ because of the video, but not necessarily they spoke to me directly. Here we have Mr. 8. Hi, Christian Prince. On an old video of you said, I do not know any Hindu that convert because of watching me. No, I didn't necessarily watch me. I think I said speaking to me, live on air or something like this. I was a Hindu and started reading the Bible because of you, and I am proud Christians. That was 2 years ago. Well, praise the Lord. You are saved, my friend, and we are happy to have you, and we pray to your family to join you in your beautiful trip with the Lord. So for sure, there's people who do not know. I mean, when you make life, this is the good thing about the internet. You don't know who's listening to you, and you might even sooner or later I will be dead, but still the conversion process will work, and people will watch videos and they will be either convinced or not. And the one who's convinced, he will receive the message. Delta Cross is saying, she is asking a question. I believe she is a Christian. She said, I watched one of your old videos about explaining the punishment for gays and lesbian in the Quran. which you referred to such An-Nisa ayah 15-16. But I'm confused because this verse does not really say anything about homosexuality. I made some research. Okay, no, my friend, it referred to homosexuality, and let me show you. But the problem is, because you don't speak Arabic, you don't see it. And because the translation maybe is made by a Google certified translator, maybe it doesn't show. Okay, so if we go to the Quran, you see in Arabic here it says, like where it says, and if any of your women, it doesn't say really the word women, it says wallati. The word allati, the second you see this word, it means they are talking about women. But the word women is not there. Okay? So here we see where is the word women, so obviously speaking about lesbian. So those who they are guilty, and all of them they are women, okay, who is the one who will do for like a kind of sexual act, and all of them they are women, obviously they are lesbian, right? And then the same for men. Here it says, وَالَّذَانِ. You see there's no word men in Arabic. Al-ladhani is for both for male. This is why in translation it says, if two men among you are guilty. Guilty of what? Sexuality. Okay, what sexuality involve two men? And how you say you could not find, you know, where it says that? Okay, it says they are doing kind of sexual act, and they are two men. Do you think this is a chess? I mean, how two men do sexual act? I mean, there's no women. So all of this did not lead you to see that this is about gays? I don't know what to say. No more comment. Let us take one or a few more comments. And you are welcome, by the way. I'm not upset from what you said, but just think. We have a Muslim, his name is Hammam Hassan, and he is leaving a message for me in Arabic. I will translate for you. He said, you did not say one, let us say, one sentence without insulting. I mean, this guy is following a prophet. He used to beat people and insult them for no reason, including Muslims. I can show you the hadith. And he is complaining, but let us continue reading. At least the doctor speaking about Zuzu, Zakir Naik, he did not insult any of you. Hold on. You idiot, you coward, you mental. You see, I'm not insulting now, I'm proving it. You, when you pray, the first thing you say in the Quran is Surah Al-Fatiha. غَيْرُ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِينَ. So you call us Maghdub alayhim, you call us Dalin, which means what is that? The cursed one and the lost one. And you don't call us names? What about the word kuffar, which means the one who hide the truth, which means we are liars? What about the one infidels? What about the one is najis, filthy? What about we are worse than animals in the Quran? Kal an'am. So this coward, he claimed that Islam does not insult people. All your book is a book of insult. In the top of that, look what he said. I hope he is watching. And by the way, Potato, you claim that talk to us. I'm talking to you. Call me if you're there. He said, if you don't like the Muslims, get out of their land. First of all, I'm not talking about Muslims. You are a donkey. I'm talking about donkeys. There's many Muslims. They don't really believe in Islam. And they have a brain. And they use it. Secondly, he says, get out of their land. This is my land, you idiot. It's you who is in my land. It is you who came to my land, occupy my land, and now claiming this is your land. This is what they did when they took Spain. This is what they did when they took Morocco. This is what they did when they took Tunisia. This is what they did when they took Algeria, Egypt, Syria, Jordan, everywhere. Our churches in Turkey, until now, Erdogan is stealing them one after one. And they are asking you to get out of their town. This is our town. And we will take you away. We will send you back where you came from. Actually, even the Kaaba is ours. Even the Kaaba, according to you Muslim, don't you say that the one who built it is Abraham? Guess what? The Jews, they are the grandsons of Abraham. They have to take it. I will support the Jews taking back their land, their property. What they do with it, I don't care. I mean, the Kaaba is not a holy place for me. It's a place of junk. Even you Muslim agree that the Arab used to worship 365 idols around it. You destroyed all, you left one idol, his name is Allah. Still, it's an idol worshipper. And until now, you kiss a stone kisser. So, let us see. And then he says, here you sit and you cry for the foreigners. First of all, those are not my foreigners, those are my family. Second, you coward, who is crying? It's you who is crying. Look at you. You are a potato sitting in the chat, you know, crying for what I am talking about. If you are a man, call me, win a debate, and then people will join Islam like waves, as what happened when Muhammad became victorious. He could not convert anyone to Islam until he became victorious in war, and then they became as waves. That's what the Quran says. دخلوا في دين الله أفواجا أفواجا. When the people they joined Islam, when it's not because when Muhammad he was able to prove them wrong. It's not because after they believe. It's after he conquered them. People they heard Taliban is coming. So what you expect him to do? Huh? They joined the religion of the cult by waves. Suddenly everybody want to be a Muslim. Like now, those who want to leave the Taliban Kabul cities, suddenly all of them love America, seeking better life. Huh? So in chapter 110, what is the chapter name? Victory. Look at this. What a shame. So when the victory of Allah came in war, then you saw people coming in religion by crowd, not by one, not by two. When the sword on the neck of those people in those towns. So when a Muslim he says to us, Islam did not spread by the sword, we laugh. Even your Quran saying so. Cowards, liars, you have no dignity. So you take our land and you claim it is yours, but I have a good news for you. We will take it. It doesn't matter how long time. Maybe people will laugh. It says, how you will take it? Who can believe that Israel is going to be Israel again? 2,000 years after, Israel became Israel again. So don't laugh. Don't ever laugh. Things can change so fast. Overnight. So we will take those lands and we will save the Muslims from Islam, and they will have a freedom, and you do not need to hang yourself in an airplane in order to run away from Islam. You stay there, you live as a human being if you are join us fighting the cult of Islam. And the funny, it says, leave our land, which is not yours, and at the same time, all of you are running from your land if you the one you claim it's your land. I mean, did you stop there? You are running from it. Wherever Islam goes, destruction comes. This is the proof that Islam is garbage. Name for me one country, even the daughter of the Prince of Emirat, his daughter is in jail. Why? Because she decided to have a freedom. Which country is good country? They try to make themselves, even the one who tried to themselves moderate, but reality will not change. They will never be. You go to Iran, you see women wearing hijab, but half of their head is showing and their face is covered by makeup. Why? Just because to be hypocrite to the regime, which is supposedly Islamic regime, but nobody believes, obviously. Here we have a person, his name is Harshit. I think you choose the perfect name for yourself, my friend. I don't know. You know what? I cannot even choose a name for you better than this one. Okay, Mr. Harshit. I hope you enjoy your both part of your name, the har and the shit part. Christians and Islam and Buddhists and Hindus and Jews and Sikh, all great trap of fighting each other. That's false. We are not fighting really. I mean, we as a Christian, we don't want to fight anyone. But if fight for you is debate, that means you don't want us to be human. And nature of a human is to find the best way to live and the best way of argument to make our life better. So if we don't do let us say, debate and seek better, that means we are not a human. That means we are animal who eat grass and do your first part of your name. I mean, the last part, sorry. Shishu, shishu, you know. So, having many religions, it's not the problem. The problem is when there is somebody he thinks he can convince somebody by a sword and by killing and by raping. Same time, Jesus says, love your enemy, as we saw the Muslim woman, she is saying. So as you say, you idiot, even if you're an atheist, I cannot hate you. However, you are an atheist and you are smart, and the proof that you are a person who believed that you used to be a monkey and became donkey. I mean, you beat me in that. I can't even argue about it, you won. If I put you in the stage and I tell you, okay, what you used to be, you will say, I believe in Darwin. Okay, what Darwin did? The filthy Darwin, he brought a black person, black human being, African. He put him in a cage to prove that the origin of the black is monkeys. Can you believe it, how filthy he is, this Darwin? Can you believe it, how filthy? This is atheism? Yes, this is atheism. With the Christ, we fight racism. Because with the Christ, for God, he loved the world, the whole world, not the white, not the black, not the Asian. It doesn't matter who you are. With the Christ, we don't have Darwin. And we don't believe that there is certain kind of animals evaluate, or let's say, did evolution for themselves to be better than other animals. This is your thinking as an atheist. So stupidity is amazing and no comment. Now we continue. No need for any culture, so why you don't sleep with your mother? Guys, no need for culture. Why you don't sleep with your sister? There's no need. I mean, culture and tradition, there's no need for them. Okay, go jump in your sister. Or jump in your daughter. Be an animal. So what atheists they are trying to say to us, and many of them, by the way, they are hypocrite. If you ask an atheist, are you going to sleep with your daughter? He say, no, no, no. Why? You atheist, you don't believe in anything called, you are animals. You are an animal. Okay, have you ever heard an animal cat, don't have sex with his sister cat? They do. Why you don't want to be a cat, as you believe you are? So, in one side, they claim to be believing in something. In the other side, you'll find that they are holding what we have for them, inserting it in their life, and claiming to be atheist. The true atheist, I say, is somebody sleep with his mother, his daughter, jump on anyone in the street, jump on any woman in the street, literally, like a donkey. I remember, I was a kid, and my dad, he got me a horse, a very black horse, very nice. And then I was riding the horse, and then suddenly the horse, he went so crazy. I don't know what happened. He saw a female horse. Like, what? He cannot hold himself. This is how, if you are an atheist, you do that. So don't claim that you are an atheist. None of you is. You are a bunch of hypocrite, potato, tomato. You live still under our rules, our tradition, our morality, and you claim to be atheist. You are not. Even at work of the atheist companies, they say we have to create an ethical code. Okay, ethical code. Aren't you an atheist? What does that mean? Potatoes. Again, stupidity is amazing. You win. Because you are stupid. I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid lose? Never. That's a dream. Okay, do we have, I think we have one more comment, and then we go to Shabura. A Muslim gentleman asking question, saying, his name is Nazarun MD Isa. Okay, Mr. Isa. I'm a Muslim. I want to ask you an easy question. Where does steel iron come from? Can you give me proof from the Bible? If you don't give me an answer, that's mean you a lie. I'm waiting to your answer. Okay, here we go. Guys, where is the steel coming from? I will give you the answer from the Quran so we can laugh together. First of all, you see, you idiot. When God, he created the earth. The first thing to create, it must be the core of the earth. I mean, have you ever heard of somebody, he created the outside before he created the inside? So, the core of the earth is full of iron, you idiot. Go study, go search. In Google, Prophet Google, peace upon you. www, Prophet Google, peace be upon you. How much iron there exists in the core of the earth? You will see a lot. So the idiot who told you, I know what he will say. He will say the Quran told us where iron coming from. Okay, what did the Quran say? Let's read and laugh. There's a chapter in the Quran. It's called the chapter of iron. Read with me and laugh. The Muslim, they made scientific miracle about this one, chapter 57, verse 25. It says, and we sent aforetime our message with a clear sign, brother, clear sign, and sent them down the book and the balance, okay, so the man, they might stand forth in justice. Islam full of justice. And we send down the iron. The Muslim, they say, see, Allah, he sent down the iron. According to science, iron was sent from the space. But just to show you the potatoes here, how dummy this verse is. The verse saying Allah, he sent down the Quran, and he sent down the iron to kill each other. So he sent it to the mankind. The mankind was exist there before the iron came. Allah, he sent it to the man. You see the Quran, and we send the iron. We send the Quran, and we send the iron. We're down. Who was down? The man. But this is stupid, because man, blood is full of iron. So before the iron to be sent down, we have to have iron in the ground. For the man himself, he eat iron, and his blood is full of iron. And if somebody have an iron deficiency in his blood, he die, literally. So where the iron coming from? According to your God, he sent it down. But this is supposedly metaphorical, that everything we have is coming from Allah. But the idiot Muslims, who they claim that this is scientific fact, they say that this is coming from the as a meteor from the sky. They are fooling themselves, because even Allah, he says, we send down feather to the human. Feather. Have you ever heard of a God he sent feather down? So according to your God, Allah, he sent us lingerie to women and panties to Zakir Naik, so they can cover their private part. Is that really what happened? Allah, he sent down panties? Let us see the Quran speaking about Allah sending down panties. Nobody do things except like there's things except Allah. We have to understand. All right. All right, this is the verse. My browser was not working. I don't know why it's not coming. Let's try to refresh. Here we go. This is the Quran claiming that all panties sent to Muslims is coming from Allah. And the panties, by the way, it was covered by feather. If you read translation, by the way, here, we don't see the word feather as exist. Where is the word feather? They took it off. Feather. If we maybe let us try to change the translator. This is Yusuf Ally. Yusuf Ally. Let us take Shakir. See here, clothing to cover yourself. The word is changed, but where is the word feather? Where is the feather? Okay, let us try change the translator. Another idiot. Victor. No feather until now. The word feather disappear. Hilali and Khan. Okay, there is no feather. You know, the word feather disappear. But I remember there was one translation was honest, and he put the word feather there. So anyway, the point is, you can just keep switching translators until you find the correct translation. It should say clothing and feather. You know, clothing and feather. So Allah, He sent down clothing and figure, and you know, is it really the panty your wife is wearing is made by Allah? So that statement is a stupid statement, claiming that the one who sent the clothes on you is Allah. That is false. So when you say the Quran was, you know, saying that the iron sent down, that is a stupid statement too, because there it says that Allah, He sent the Quran and the iron down. That's mean anything Allah He give you is sent down. That's why it says the book sent down, the Quran sent down, your panty was sent down, the rain sent down, you know, the guidance sent down, everything for Allah is sent down. And then the funny is Allah, He says, He keeps saying send down, but in fact He was on earth when He was doing this. So why He sent it down? Isn't it the Quran says that Allah, after He finished creating the earth, He went up to heaven? So send down after He finished creating the earth. Chapter 2:29, it says, after He created everything in earth. You see, everything is done. He went up to heaven. Here they say He turned into heaven. That's false. It says istawa ila sama. He rose up to heaven. Change the stupid translator. This is Kari. I don't know this Kari. This is a new one. Let's see the Eid Biktal. He created for you that all in earth, and then He turned to heaven. Okay. Forget about, you know, turn to heaven, which is supposed He should be. He went up to heaven. I'm sure you will find translation, but it says He created all for you in earth. You see it? So when they use this verse to say that iron was sent down, that's against what the verse here is saying, because Allah, He created everything in earth before even He leave the earth, which means Allah was in the earth, and then He went to heaven, and there was no heaven. And this is even before He created Adam. He created the earth. You see stupidity here. وَإِذَا قَالَ رَبُّكَ, you know, because what the earth have to do with the creation of Adam. Remember, Adam in Islam was created in heaven, not in earth. You see the stupid Muhammad? He cannot make a story fit. According to Islam, Adam was not created in earth. So Allah created the earth, but Adam will live in heaven. And then He says, and I'm going to make a caliphate for the earth. But He created him to live in the heaven, and He said to him, go and live in the heaven. And the heaven is not the same as the heaven in the Bible. It's different heaven. It's a heaven in sky. This is why in the Quran says in different verse. You see, when you answer one thing, you will find yourself you are studying the whole book with me, right? So when Adam and Eve, they misleaded by the devil Allah, Allah says to them, get down, act differently. So when they did commit sin, what Allah He said to them? And look at this false translation. Get down. Where is get down? Here we go. We found it. Get down. See? So Allah created Adam to live in heaven, and heaven is in heaven, which is in the sky. So why He created the earth? This is what happened when the one is making this or remaking the story is a monkey. Okay. Have fun. Okay, now we go to Shabura. Mr. Shabura, you know, is a sheikh. You know, Mr. Shabura is a big sheikh. He's a lot of sheikh, you know, like there's sheikhs all over. Look at him. And Shabura, he made an agreement with Anthony Roger that if we debate about the Quran, about the salvation in Islam, we are not going to use anything from Muhammad words.
Ali, I want to begin by giving all praise and thanks to the only true triune God who loved me and saved me, and I pray that he'll do the same for Dr. Ali and other Muslims and anybody else who doesn't believe in Christ as Lord. Talking about salvation according to the Quran, from my perspective, is more than a little bit difficult. Anyone who's read the Quran knows, and here Dr. Ali would openly acknowledge this, I believe, the Quran is not a systematic book. But the real problem is that it doesn't even lend itself to being exegeted or systematized, in my view, into a coherent overall teaching on many issues, including salvation. After all, the Quran doesn't tell us when, where, or why certain verses or chapters were revealed.
Stop, Anthony. Why he need to tell you? I mean, come on. Exactly. You see, the Quran is a book, like suddenly there's a verse came. But why? We do not know why. Why? Because the Quran is a stupid book. It's not like, okay, Jesus, he went to the mount and a crowd was there, and then Jesus said to them, no. Muhammad made a rap song, which is stupid and doesn't make sense. And then he put a verse, actually he didn't put it anywhere, and he just said it. He make a statement. And that supposedly have connection with that incident which happened there. But nowhere in the Quran says what the purpose of this verse. And that's what makes the book so stupid. So one verse speak about, let's say, about tomato. The second verse is speaking about how to do laundry. Like what? What's the connection?
Which is often critically important when interpreting something. You need to know the context. Moreover, the Quran doesn't tell us which chapters or verses are before or after each other. And so it's difficult to know which of Allah's changing commands or teachings are his final decisions on a matter. For example, as everybody's probably heard, in one place the Quran says people can't drink alcohol at all. In another place it says they can, just not before prayer. And then in still another place it says, it doesn't even restrict it to that degree. According to Muslims, the first thing I said was the last thing Allah revealed, and so reflects his final requirement. And the last thing I said came earlier and reflects a decision that Allah later changed his mind about. But the Quran doesn't tell us that. It just has these differing commands in different places. And so this is one of many examples where a person is left wondering from the Quran alone what Allah requires. Also, in many cases, when reading through a section of the Quran, it's difficult to tell if it's talking about the same subject from one verse to the next. You can be reading along about one thing and at some point realize that the subject switched somewhere along the way. And when you try and retrace your steps to find out where that switch took place, it's not clear. And so the question becomes, are we supposed to incorporate this intervening material into our understanding of the earlier subject or the later subject? Moreover, as Allah himself was forced to admit in Surah 3:7, as a result of the promptings of the Christians of Najran, many verses of the Quran are not just difficult to understand, but are so unclear that they can be understood only by Allah, which not only leaves us in the dark about the meaning of some of those statements.
Isn't it beautiful that Allah, he made verses only Allah can understand? So beautiful. I love this Allah. Hey guys, I'm going to give you a verse. Only Christian Prince understand. Takbir. Okay. Hey Christian Prince, what you just said, I wouldn't understand. Like, what does that mean? Only Christian Prince knows best. Wow, that's deep. That's so good. Who can do that? I mean, only Allah can do that. So it's a book of guidance, and this book of guidance nobody understands save Allah. Oh boy.
Statements, but also leaves us wondering what the point is in really revealing verses that don't reveal anything. In addition, the Quran tells us that those who try to understand the unclear verses have a diseased heart. But since the Quran doesn't give us a list of which verses are only known by Allah and which verses can be understood, a person ventures at his own peril to either include or exclude verses from his overall understanding. The point that I'm driving at here is that all of this is inimical to exegesis, and without being able to arrive at a reliable exegetical conclusion about things the Quran says, it's impossible to see how various statements cohere with one another.
Stop, for the sake of God. I mean, Shabir Ally right now, he is putting him dead in the basket. He says, what I will say to this guy after what he said. But Shabir Ally, you have an answer for this. But I want to see the part where he says we agreed to have the debate in Quran only as a request of Shabir Ally. Shabir Ally requested to have debate in the Quran only. I don't know which part is that in this. I don't want to play the whole thing. Where it is.
To produce an overall doctrine of salvation. What we're left with is trying to decide what salvation is from a book that lacks context, clarity, and coherence. And that on so momentous a matter as one's eternal destiny. Now, one can try to bring in here the biographies, the commentaries, and the traditions to help the Quran out, but this raises several issues, including the fact that if the Quran is Allah's eternal speech, we have to wonder why it needs to be supplemented by these other sources, things that aren't even considered to be Allah's eternal speech. Why does Allah's speech need props and crutches to hold it up? Secondly, the hadith would bring in a whole host of other problems besides the ones I've already mentioned, not only with respect to the interpretation of the Quran, but specifically with respect to how people are saved. For example, according to the hadith, one of the things Allah will do to save Muslims is by placing their sins on Jews and Christians to suffer hell in their place. Now, Shabir and I have agreed to debate simply the Quran alone, and so I'm just bringing this.
See? So in the minute 24:45, Shabir and I agreed to debate the Quran alone. So why Shabir he don't want to debate what his prophet said with the Quran? I mean, isn't it Islam is based in what Muhammad said? Isn't it the Quran itself is a hadith? Hadith is mean a speech. So even the Quran called the Quran a hadith. And Muhammad, God supposedly, claimed that the Quran is the best of the hadith, which means the best of his speeches. As you see, for some reason, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I will keep hit you until you work. Okay, now it worked. All right. So Quran is the best of the hadith. Who is the best to tell hadith more than Allah? Read it. You see it? وَمَنْ أَصْدَقَ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا. Who is better than Allah to tell hadith? Chapter 4, verse number 87. Huh? So the Quran is a hadith. All of those words in the Quran is speaking about a hadith. A hadith. Quran is a hadith. See? In chapter 39, verse number 23, it says literally, the best of the hadith is the Quran. You see here it says, sorry, they translate the word hadith as a statement. In Arabic it says, Allahu nazzala ahsan al-hadithi kitaban. Allah, he sent down the best of the hadith, a book. So why Shabir Ally he don't want the hadith? Remember, the whole debate is about salvation, right? Salvation in Islam. Okay. And Shabir Ally, he made a long speech trying to explain to us that in Islam there is salvation. And the funny that Shabir Ally, he was quoting the Pope, but he don't want to quote the Prophet. And can you believe it? A Muslim sheikh, he quote the Pope, he quote writers, authors, but he don't want to quote his Prophet. I thought you want to debate Quran only. Okay, Shabura, go ahead.
Works. Thus, the Quran often couples faith and works as the twin criteria of salvation.
This is the first lie, and Shabir Ally, He know that this is a big lie. Let us go, and this is just to show you why Shabir Ally don't want the hadith. Because hadith will destroy all his lies. And I say the word lie not as an insult, but this is a normal practice for a Muslim. You cannot be a real Muslim unless you lie. As you know, Islam without lies dies. So read with me carefully. When Muhammad, he said, that a Muslim deed will not save him. So what will save him? Muhammad explained. Here I want to show you how the Islamic deception work. If you read this hadith as an example in Sahih Muslim 28, 16e, it says, there's none of you whose deed alone, see the word alone? That does not exist in Arabic. So if you are a person who like Anthony Roger or David Wood or etc., you have to be depending on what the translation is saying, assuming that they are truthful. But here it's a lie. There's nowhere, I challenge the Muslim to show me the word alone. Actually, the liars themselves, they expose themselves by different translation in the same website, where the translation take the word alone off. Let us go. Abu Hurairah reported the messenger saying, none of you will be rescued by his work. Where is the word alone? This is the same hadith. The word alone is gone. But this is the correct translation. Right? So his work alone does not exist. His work will not rescue. What about faith? Will not rescue. We just heard Shabir Ally saying that you have two things to say to earn salvation in Islam, which is your deeds and your faith, right? We just heard him. I don't know if you have a bad memory. We can play it again. Your faith and your deeds. And then you go and you read what Muhammad explained. Who is better to understand Islam? Ashabura, Zakura, Zuzu, Tutu, Fufu, Zuzu, Muhammad, Mimi, or Muhammad the Prophet? Here you see how Muslims, they are ashamed of their Prophet, and this is why they say we are Quran only, because this is really crazy. So all those things Muhammad, he said in the past, it's stupid. Those who do these, they will go to heaven, and gardens and river underneath of them. What is a river? Is that a diarrhea? Or virgin, blah, blah, blah. This hadith destroy everything. And this is Sahih, as you see, this is Bukhari and Muslim. This is very authentic. So your deed will never save you, and your faith will not ever save you. Because what? What will save you? Unless Allah, He cover me with His mercy, it's a luck. Actually, I'm going to use, I don't know if you heard me, I was taking selfie of a Muslim who posted something. When we said that why Allah created earth for Adam if Adam is going to live in heaven. Look what this Muslim, he said. Thank you, Mr. Gartin. I think, Adan, are you Indonesian, my friend? You are welcome here. I love Indonesian people. Allah created the earth because He had predetermined for Adam to sin. Look at this. Did you see what I'm saying? So Allah predetermined sin for Adam. So Allah had a plan. So all Allah's statement to Adam was a lie. He told him, go to heaven. Don't eat from this tree. But Allah, He destined, He have a destiny to Adam that he will commit sin, he will ask for forgiveness, I will forgive him, I will send him down to earth. Like, what the heck? Look what you just did. You are in total agreement with your prophet, may Allah bless him and give him more vagina. Because remember, Muhammad, he says he will have the power of 100 men, sorry, 100 men of people of heaven in sex. And those 100 men, each one of them have the power of 40 men in earth. The total 4,000 men of sex. So imagine how much Muhammad he need women, man. Well, we lined up like long line from here to California. I mean, do you know what is California? Long line of women. And Muhammad is doing like boom, 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 boom. And by the way, in the heaven, there is no prayer. No, nobody pray in heaven. That's more. That's it. In heaven, you just have sex and eat falafel. Even the, you know. Oh, you were stating that Islam is stupid. Thank you. Sorry, I thought you are a Muslim. Anyway, but this is what Muslims they say actually, and we have many videos about it before. So, in all the speech of Shabura, he was trying to fornicate with the Quran. You know, they are fornicators of religion. They fornicate with their God. Let us try to deceive them and lie to them and give them some shish kebab, and we will not show them what the Prophet said, the first fornicator. Because if we show them what the Prophet said, they would be disgusted and they will reject the stupidity. So, what is going to save us? No deeds. None of your deed will save you. Okay, what will save you? Even Muhammad, even you? He said, even I. I like it, this guy who asked Muhammad, even you, because now he made it more perfect. He was asked, if not even he would. He replied, not even I, unless Allah cover me with his mercy. So it's about good luck. So all your deeds you do is for what then? And then Muhammad, he noticed that he is being stupid. Now he said, but keep the straight path, keep the straight. So you just told them all those deeds are a lie. You just told them that prayer is a lie. You just told them that charity is a lie. You told them that doing jihad, killing some Christians in Kabul airport and more than 100 Muslim in Kabul is not a, will not help you. It's a good deed according to Islam, but those deeds will not do anything to you. So all the promise he made himself is a lie. Do you see it? So when Shabir Ally was explaining, and he made it clear to Anthony Roger, now listen, we will debate, but don't quote for me what the Prophet said, because one quotation from what the so-called Prophet Muhammad, all my debate is conquered, and already we did. Not only that, Islam teach some horrible things about salvation. If we can even use the word salvation in Islam, it doesn't fit anywhere. We mentioned to you before many stories. When Allah, he created the human being. See, I said I'm going to go live for a short time because my throat is hurting, but the Lord is helping me with the pain. So I'm not feeling really any pain now. So according to Muhammad, when Allah, he created a baby, and when the baby, he stay in the mother of his in the belly of his mother for 40 days as a sperm. Look at this guy, genius, Dr. Muhammad. Dr. Muhammad, where you learned that a human being is gathered in the form of a semen in the womb of his mother for 40 days? Where do you get this science from? The only one who can answer such a tough question is Dr. Zakir Naik, Zakura, But that's it. The Prophet, he mentioned for you, did you know that a semen, he'd go together in the womb of the mother for 40 days. Zakir, But semen don't live more than 5 days maximum.
Listen, Prince. My name is Dr. Zakir Naik, and I know about medicine, and you're ignorant.
Okay, Zakir Naik, I understand you are a Dr. Zakir Naik, no problem. Even your last name is the F word in Arabic, but this is not the problem now. So, but science says, I mean, all books, all scientists, all doctors agree that semen can live for 5 days. So how semen can live for 40 days and 40 nights in the belly of the mother, according to Muhammad?
Listen, Prince. First of all, you did lie. You just said that all doctors, they agree. And you forgot that you are talking to a doctor. I get you busted. So not all doctors agree. And I am a doctor, and I don't agree.
Zakir Naik, as I know, that you have a degree in donkeys. You know, you are a vet, you know.
Listen, Prince. I'm a doctor, not a vet. It's true that I was dealing with a lot of animals in my life. But this is not the reason to say I'm not a doctor.
Okay, what? How you are a doctor and you say such a thing? 40 days semen, do you have a proof?
First of all, a Muslim, he do not need your proof. Allah is my proof.
Allah is your proof. You get me busted now here. I mean, that's it. I am in disability.
Exactly. And don't go me again. And show me your face. And tell me your name.
What? This is Islam. And then Muhammad, he says, after he gathered you in the form of a semen for 40 days, it become a clinging thing. In fact, this is false translation. It says, it became a dead blood, alaqa. And then it become a flesh. And like that, 40 days. So 40 days, 40 days, 40 days, 120 days, you are done. According to Muhammad, a baby is done to be a complete baby in 120 days. And then the angels will come and breathe to him the soul. Look, angels can breathe to him. I thought Allah is the one. So angels are creators. I mean, do you see how dangerous this statement is? Angels, they breathe into the creatures. They create. Angels are creators. Based on this, angels are creators, because who give life? The angels. Read it. Another stupid statement from the man who called himself a prophet. Actually, you know what? This reminds me when Aisha, she said, you, the one who claimed to be a prophet, can you believe it? The wife of Muhammad saying such a thing? You might say I am making things up. Aisha, she never said that. She did. أنت الذي تزعم أنك رسول الله. أنت الذي تزعم أنك نبي. You, the one who claim to be a messenger of Allah. Aisha, she got him busted. And if you are a person watching Muhammad, at that time, you will say the same thing to Muhammad. Let us see if we can find the hadith. In English. Until now we have no luck. I don't think we will find it. Let us try another sentence. Yeah, I think it's here. Let's see, maybe here. No. No. Anyway, I'm going to post a link. It's going to show you all the hadith and all the reference. You know? And the Muslim, for sure, they will say to you, this is a weak hadith, blah, 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 blah. You know, okay. Yeah, as usual. Let me shorten the link because I cannot find it in English. Actually, there's tons of videos about it in YouTube by the Muslim Sunni sheikhs. You know, this website usually never open, but today we got lucky and it's open. Let me show you first. Here, Aisha, she said to him, aren't you the one who claimed to be a messenger of Allah? Then he smiled at her. He said, but it says here, he is angry, like he smiled, but a smile of an angry person, you know, like he is upset. And he said, and are you in doubt about that, the mother of Abdullah? So Aisha, they call her the mother of Abdullah. But she had no Abdullah. And then she said, well, she repeat again, she said, aren't you claiming that you are the messenger of Allah? Claiming. Claiming. Can you believe it? Let me give you the link for those who like to have reference. Even though in Arabic you can use Google translation. But first I have to shorten the link. Let me do that. And let me know if it does work. This is the link. Guys, tell me if it's open. Tell me if you were able to open it. Now, a Muslim, he might say to you, this is a Shia website, but this is Shia library, and the book is Islamic Sunni book. All right? This is not a Shia book. Because, you know, they will say to you, oh, it says Shia library. This is a library. They have Shia books, Muslim Sunni books, whatever. So, according to Muhammad, a Muslim person who should believe in this, that when a person he is created, Allah he write for him, it is term, his provision, his recorded. The command recorded 4 things. About what? About his life. His provision, the term of life, its conduct, and whether it's going to be happy or miserable. Do you see it? And then Muhammad, he make it even more horrible. Well, I'm glad that it's worked. Save it and make a comment about it in your favorite links. Says Aisha, she says, aren't you the one who claimed to be the messenger of Allah? And maybe you should make a note that you can find it in the last 2 lines in the page. Now here it says, Muhammad, continue. After Allah he write his provision for you, or let us say your destiny, Muhammad he said, by the one beside whom there is no true God. There is nobody. I like it when the Muslim they write the word God in little tiny g, you know. They know that their God is false, you see. Verily the one of you who they perform action of dwellers of Jannah, which mean heaven. And by the way, Jannah is another statement Muhammad he stole from other cultures, you know, Jannah and Jahannam, proving that he is a false prophet. until there is only one cubit between him and Jannah, and then he will, what is foreordained would come to pass, and he would perform the action of inmate of hell. See? Until he entered. So the good deed, bad deed is a joke in Islam. It is what Allah He wrote for you. Even the deed you do is a predestiny. There's no deed of your choice. You see it? Is the angels are creatures? Yes, according to the hadith, Allah created the angels from light. According to the Quran too. The Quran says that Shaitan, he complained about, he is created from fire, human created from mud, you know, and the hadith confirmed that the angels was created from light. So here you see that all the lies that Shabura was saying in his video about those who good deed, and even he said people from other faith, they will enter Islam. Isn't it the Quran says Allah accept no other religion except Islam? So why Shabura lying, saying other faiths will be accepted? Like what, Hindus, Buddhas? Never take what Muslims they say to you to be true. They lie. Read carefully. You go right now and watch the video, and Shabir Ally lying to the Christians, lying to those who they are watching the debate, saying other faith they will be saved too, according to their knowledge. That's what he said. According to their knowledge. Okay, you know what? I will use this according to your knowledge. This is in Christianity. It says that if somebody did not learn about, let's say Jesus, somebody who lived in the jungle of Brazil, he never met a Christian, he never heard of the gospel, how this person will, you know, how God will do justice with him. The Bible teach that he will be judged based in the knowledge God he gave him when he created him. God is about justice. So he will not judge him for not accepting Jesus when he never heard of Jesus. In the Quran, no. وَمَنْ يَتَّبِعَ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ, and those who seek other religion other than Islam, and you see here where the word Islam is surrender. You see the word Islam? This is the correct translation, surrender. It's not a religion. Islam is not, it's not even a faith. Islam is to surrender to the filthy Muhammad, a criminal, a war criminal, a warlord, a pirate. So you surrender, and this is the translation for the word Islam. So the one who don't surrender to Islam, nothing will be accepted from him. So Shabir Ally was lying to us in his debate. Can you respond to the case of Muhammad Kaz case from Indonesia, who was accused of a blasphemy? I don't know the story, my friend. I hear just a little comment, so I cannot comment in something I do not know. So as you see, they lie in their statement, saying many things which is absolutely 180-degree the opposite of what their religion teach. Why a person with long beard and such an age, and he have a PhD, he claimed to have a PhD. You see, those PhD they got about religion, you know, does it make you really a person? You know, I learned that school never taught me anything. Honest to God, all the degrees I earned in my life, they taught me nothing. I learned nothing from them. This is why I say education have nothing to do with degrees. Only foolish, proud ones, they think because they have a degree, they are educated. Somebody saying if God would judge a jungle person by their own standard. I did not say by their own standard. I say by his standard. So by the knowledge he have, this is what God he gave him. So when God he created you, don't make things up. I did not say. When God he created you, he put inside you a feeling of wrong and right. You have that. Let us say you have a minimum awareness of bad and good. So when a human being, he kill a human being, he knew it's wrong. He knew it's ugly. When a human being, he steal, he knew it's wrong. That is not because religion says so. This is because in his heart, God, he put a certain knowledge so he can live with it. Remember when God he created Adam, he did not give him a book. He did not give him chapters and numbers and read this verse and read that verse. He gave him few words. Don't eat from that tree. When Adam he ate from that tree, he felt guilty. He did not see himself naked before. So why he felt guilty? So God he gave you a gift. This is a gift. This is not a curse. And the gift is when you do wrong, you feel it. Slaughtering a human being is wrong. In your heart you are disgusted. You go to sleep, you will see dreams about it. All those criminals who claim to be heroes and you know they enjoy killing and they kuffar and animals, blah 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 blah. When they go to sleep, they have no dream. They have no dream except the souls they hurt. So you will feel guilty and you will feel bad and your guilt will chase you. So God will judge you by what you do based in the knowledge he gave you, which is the guilt you can feel. Let us say God he installed a sensor inside you. And the sensor will be activated, you like it or not. A bad person, he tried to kill that sensor. He tried to avoid even using it. But it's there. And you know that you are guilty. I hope I did answer you. So it's not about, you know, because according to him. It's not about according to him. What if there's people who they enjoy eating people according to them? This is not what we are saying. You feel right away when you kill a human being, you are doing wrong. So those people, because they decide to live like animals, so they avoid that sensor inside them. Like a human being, he even in living in civil life and the civil society, and still he go and rape a woman or kidnap a woman, rape her and kill her, cut her pieces. We hear those stories from time to time. Why? How he do that? Because he decided to kill the sensor which God he gave him. He knew that is wrong. Or a child molester, he go and he prey on children. He knew it's wrong. A Muslim say the Surah 1886 is a figurative language. How? What figurative? It says it said in the sun of murky water. Guys, try to focus with me in one topic. We don't want to be flying from place to place, but I will answer you. A Muslim tried to save his prophet from the lies he said about where the sun set. So what he say about chapter 18, verse number 86, where the sun set in murky water? It's a figurative language, and it is Allah is talking from Zulqarnain perspective, where it says that. I mean, how this is a stupid statement. Okay, let us go with him for the sake of argument. What he will do when we show him his prophet saying the same? Is he going to say Muhammad was speaking the same? This is how you can destroy all those lies. In the Quran, nowhere it says that this is from how he saw it. It says he found it. Allah reporting. He found it. I mean, why Allah want to report something is not true? Did he say and we corrected him? No. He say he found it. When you say he found it, it's mean you are reporting a fact, not a perspective. The language is so clear. And here this is Muhammad saying, I was sitting behind Messenger of Allah who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. There's no Zulqarnain, there's nobody, that's it. He said, he asked, who is the one who asked? Muhammad, voluntarily, Dr. Muhammad, he liked to be a teacher. What you can do? You cannot resist the temptation of being a teacher. So he asked, do you know where this said? Talking about what? About what? The sun. I replied, Allah and his apostle know best. He said it's set in a spring of warm water. Is that a figurative speech now? He said the hadith is weak when it says sahih. It's weak, you know, it's weak. The only weak is the stupidity they have. You see, this is what we are talking about. The second you show them what their prophet they say, by the way, even weak is accepted, in case you do not know. This is why it did not flunk as what his name? Sheikh Hamza, he said. You know, Sheikh Hamza, they asked him about weak hadith. He said weak hadith did not flunk. It's accepted. He said weak hadith is a weak argument. So those people, in order to avoid the stupidity in the Quran and in the hadith, what they do? They try to get rid of it. So suddenly weak hadith, anything is embarrassment is a weak hadith. Well, okay, you know what, I will go with them. What in the Quran it says this is from perspective of Zulqarnain. Actually, if you go in the Quran, it says he found it sitting, he found the sitting place of the sun. He found what? The sitting place of the sun. And then after that, a few verses after, he found the rising place of the sun. You see, like people, they like to change my topic, always. They don't listen. If you ask the person, okay, what translation you like us to give you? He will start trying to find the best translation he can use it. However, I challenge any Muslim to show me a translation he accepts, and we will laugh together. Because all what we need to do, we can copy the Arabic text and go to Google Translation and see what it says. Did Allah says he thought? I mean, can't Allah use the word he thought? Why it's hard for this God he used to use the word he thought? He never heard of the word he thought? Here you see how they are desperate trying to fight back something they cannot fight. All what Allah need to do to prove it's not him saying that is to say he thought. He did not say that. He said until he reached the sitting place of the sun. So what he found first? The sitting place. There's a sitting place. He found it sitting in a spring of a black, muddy, hot water. He did not think. He found it. The word is so simple. Anyone you say to him, okay, I went home, and let us say I'm telling you about a friend of mine. He went home and he found his cat eating his food. Is that from his perspective? Is that what I'm saying to you? Or I'm saying to you what he found? So the second I say he found it, it's mean I'm reporting a specific event happened, not a thought. He found it. So because they are ashamed of the stupid Quran and their false prophet, suddenly this is not, this is like a figure of a speech. It's not really, we can figure out that he don't mean that. And look what happened. Let us say they were able to escape the first verse. Then we continue. And then he changed his way. And then until he keep going, until he found the rising place of the sun. Like what? Is that in his perspective too? Perspective, sorry. And he found it rising on the people. This is the rising place of the sun. So there's two things: rising place of the sun. There's a place where the sun rises. There's a place where the sun set. And what happened there? He found next to it people. Same as the other one. So is the people there, they are not real people too? Because if he thought the sun set, that means everything he found there is right too. He found the setting place of the sun, and he found next to it people. Next to what? To where the sun rises. And not only that, he built a dam between us and between the creatures. They are called Gog and Magog, who each one of them, his ear is like a tent, and he sleep inside it, which is every one of them, before he die, he will have at least a 1,000 baby, which means the ratio of a human being to this, you know, this creature is 1 to 1,000. So if we are 7 billions today, Gog and Magog, they are 7 trillions. Where are they? They are not under the ground. Zulqarnain, he built a dam between us and them. And this is again because Muhammad, he believed the earth is a flat. Because if you build a dam between me, let us say we build like a wall between us and Canada. Still I can go to Canada. I mean, the earth is not flat. The only way this will work if this wall is built in a flat ground and I go all the way to the edge of the earth. If there is literally an edge, let us say here and here, we use the word edge as literally, not as metaphorically, because it can be metaphorically. I can say to the end of the world, you know, but this is metaphorically. There's no end really, because end can start from where I am standing. Because if I want to go to the end of the world, I have to go and come back to the point I start from. That's the end of the world. If I want to go really, let us say scientifically, at least in one line of direction. So here he found creatures who they are living there, and he built a dam. Is that a metaphorical too? And this is if you know. So poor people, they are trying desperately to find a solution for a stupid religion. And the only solution for anything is embarrassment. Is da'if. Anything they don't like, they call it da'if.
Yeah, I've seen it. You get, and these are weak hadiths, but you know, I did something called the Content of Character, which is a small book on prophetic invocation, prophetic. Is a B to an A minus. All right, a Hasan hadith to a D minus. A weak hadith is anywhere from a B minus to a D minus. All right, a Hasan hadith is a B to an A minus, and then a Sahih hadith. I'm just using a language you can understand. An A minus is like a Sahih hadith is from an A to an A plus to 100%. Mutawatir is 100%. Al-Bukhari is like 98%, 99%. Muslim and Bukhari 99%. Sahih Muslim 97%. So a weak hadith is not thrown out. Just like a professor doesn't throw out a paper that gets a D minus. It didn't flunk. It passed. And so when the ulama say...
So do you see the joke? Do you see the joke? The weak hadith. Anything you throw at them, they say it's a weak hadith. But weak hadith, it pass. This is why it's called weak actually, because it get a rank. It joined the rank. It's like, you know, in the army there's a general, there's a captain, there's a major, there's a private, there's a specialist, there's a sergeant. So weak hadith, it has a rank in the army. It pass. It pass the training. the inspection. So they lie to you always, desperately trying to find a solution. How we can avoid the truth. The truth hurts. The truth is ugly. The truth is painful. This is what they do. So as you see in front of you, and by the way, here the funny thing is, like he told those people, they do not understand anything. Those people don't understand anything. Then suddenly those people who didn't understand anything, they told him to build something very smart, a dam. Look at this. A people who secretly understand the word. They cannot even understand the word. A minute after, a second after, they said to him, like, how they can understand the word? And then they said to him, "Hey, Zulqarnain, verily, verily, Gog and Magog, they are doing great mischievement in the land. Shall we pay you a tribute in order to build something between us and them?" You just said they don't understand the word. Suddenly there's a full communication between them. So everything they come with is very silly and very stupid. This is the most stupid religion. I have to say to you, sadly, if you are a Muslim, you are following the most stupid ever religion ever.